Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining me. Before I go into the post-match reaction for Brighton versus Arsenal, let me say a huge sorry to Nottingham Forest, who I said would lose to Manchester City 3 goals to nil. Hey, Manchester City bottled it tonight. They really messed up, fluffed their lines. At home at the Etihad, they hosted Nottingham Forest and they dropped 2 points. And they have now been pegged back to, does that mean they're 7 points behind Arsenal with a game in hand? So Arsenal are 4 points clear, but 7 points ahead. In fact, basically. So Manchester City just have to beat West Ham, or if they lose to West Ham, the way things are going, no result is guaranteed. Like Van Dijk said when he lost to Wolves yesterday, it appears that this is the most competitive season we've had in the Premier League for such a long time. And it's actually making some games look like they are poor games, but it's just because nobody is lying down. Actually, a few teams do lie down for Manchester City. But look at how Nottingham Forest did their thing. It was absolutely sensational. Just as the game Brighton versus Arsenal finished, I decided to switch over to see what was happening at the Manchester City game in time to see Murillo clear that goal line. They basically, within seconds of scoring an equalizer, and they didn't manage to do it, But there's that thing, I think, called luck. Everybody, the last 3-4 seasons, Arsenal, we have been going through this thing where it doesn't matter what you do, no decisions come your way, no luck whatsoever. Manchester City are sort of 50-50. So they do have games where you think, oh, you jammy buggers, And then tonight, the gods basically said, not today, bro. Not today, bro. You need to sacrifice a few more goats or something. So basically, they dropped points, and Arsenal got the most important points. In fact, I knew it was going to be a tough game against Brighton. I knew it would be tough, but I didn't think it was going to be this tough. We were so poor. I think we had like 39% possession. Let's go through it because I want to be so positive. I am so positive about collecting the points, but my problem is some of these performances. Our players look dead in the water, and I really don't know what Arteta can do to remedy it. Bukayo Saka with a fantastic goal. And I think he was as shocked as anybody when that goal went in because, it came off the keeper, went in, beautiful goal. And we all know this has been Arsenal's pattern. We score first. I don't remember the last time we conceded. We score first and then we sit back. We absorb pressure. Most teams are better at set pieces, which we have paid for, like Brentford. Was it Wolves as well? Last game we played, where we almost with Chelsea, the set pieces almost got us. But tonight we were lucky we did not have that kind of threat, so that was good. But we're so lucky. The tension, Brighton, the amount of chances they were creating. I don't think Arsenal created one chance after the Arsenal. Well, we tried to score a couple of times. We had some shots on target, but nowhere near the intensity that you need to be in. As the guys who are leading the league. So I'll start with David Raya. He had a few good saves in there. And there was that save he made, a great save, where he sort of injured his shoulder. The Brighton fans were absolutely abhorrent. They were booing everything, calling us cheaters for everything. Raya injures his shoulder. Our players as well did a bit of gamesmanship. At the end of the day, they were protecting themselves. Why should they put themselves under pressure? But hey, Jurriën Timber with an assist. I could see that goal coming from a mile off, the way he moved towards it and passed it to Saka, but he still had a lot to do. Did it a couple of times. Now, Mosquera, an early yellow card, which basically messed everything up. That combination in midfield seemed okay until that yellow card. But Big Gabby, from beginning to end, this guy was absolutely majestic. He refused. He was like in charge. You know that thing where I say he needs to stop being like so tentative. He needs to be more confident. He needs to believe in the best in the world. Well, someone had a pep talk with him because today he didn't show an ounce of hesitation. He was the leader. Then, of course, in the second half, they had to take Mosquera off because of the yellow, and he was really struggling with Mitoma. Pierre Nkapie joined Big Gabby in the centrally, and Califiore covered on the left defense position, and we were solid. Guys, nothing threatened us. Well, actually, we had a few chances, but we cleared things off the line or in vicinity. All the headers, everything, the kind of work Hinkapie and Big Gabby did. For me, I know Big Gabby got man of the match. For me, Hinkapie was man of the match. Because, you know, like Big Gabby, 3 years, for the last 3-4 years, he's been part of this fight. Hinkapie has joined in, and even when he came, he didn't really start. And when Califiore is fit, he doesn't even play at the end of the day. So the kind of performance he is putting in, you can tell that this guy has just come back from winning. He's a title winner. This guy has won the title. This guy went invincible in the Bundesliga for a reason. He has got so much confidence, the kinds of things he does. You can tell this guy, he's got that spirit of Granit Xhaka. You can always tell the guys who play with Granit Xhaka when he rubs off on them, they've got that spirit, and he was absolutely sensational tonight. Declan Rice, for me, earlier, he looked so tired. You know, there was a time he was chasing. I don't know who he was trying to chase down to close down, and you could see him galloping. And you're like, this guy is really, really like making too much of an effort to do this. He got there, the ball got past him, it was cleared by Nkapie. Awesome performance. Zubimendi, poor guy, is exhausted. I need to stop criticizing him. He is being overplayed. He came off for Nogard. The minute Nogard came on, Declan Rice was released to do whatever he wanted. So this is something Arteta needs to look at. Declan Rice became more effective, more freer. He was even like going forward a lot more because he could. Because of Nogard, that security gives Nogard. Nogard is a very experienced Premier League player. He's the only one who should be starting, I think, who should have a guaranteed place starting. You cannot justify starting Martin Zubimendi in his first Premier League run every game when he's knackered. Play Nogard. Play Nogard. I mean, it would be, play Nogard. There's nothing else to say. Another thing I thought was really poor today, in terms of tonight, we missed Martin Odegaard, didn't we? There was nothing. There's no creativity from our midfield because we don't have Martin Zubimendi. Martin Odegaard. The way we play needs him in there, because if you can have him and Saka like basically kicking us on that right side, the opportunities are there. Eze is not a replacement for Odegaard, and we are not playing him in a way that benefits him. But he finished the game today. There must be something that's Arteta is seeing. But like the game against Chelsea, I watched that game like 3-4 times, and every time I watched it, I could see what Eze was doing. That's the reason why he lasted through the game. And I've got a feeling it will be the same this time. I'm going to watch it a couple more times just to, I'll be watching a few performances. Martinelli was poor, came off. Trossard came on, did pretty well. I think Trossard, nothing crazy, nothing major, but he always puts in, he's got that gamesmanship, and he always puts in a shift against Brighton. Saka, our goal scorer, was okay. At the end of the day, he's going to do great things. 300 games under his belt. Absolutely sensational. Victor Gyökeres, OMG, that was a terrible, terrible game from him. Couldn't hold the ball up, kept giving away possession. Couldn't dribble, can't dribble for anything, basically. He can't dribble. You just need to make sure that he is in a path, in a way, give him the ball somewhere where he can just swing he can score, but don't expect him to dribble. Basically, if he's being marked closely, he's going to struggle. So either make sure that he gets the ball in space, Or don't bother. Don't waste our time, please. But the changes that came in really stabilized that a lot. The last few games of the match threatened to end my life. My life was at stake, guys. I have never felt so much stress. My heart is still beating. I still feel unwell because of it and the flu again. But yeah, that was horrendous. And then let's go to the managers now. This manager of Brighton is such a crybaby. I have never. Fabian Herzler. What a complete crybaby. What is he talking about? Basically, he has said that he would never want to win a game the way Arsenal won a game. I didn't see anything wrong. So you don't want to defend? What do you want to do then? I think his responses and his behavior the last few games trying to plant seeds into the referees. Oh, Arsenal take too long on corners. Arsenal take too long on throw-ins. Basically feeding into this narrative, the fake, rubbish BS narratives that have been going around Arsenal. Is pathetic. You're a complete clown. No one is even listening to you. You just get on with your life. Mikel Arteta, though, congratulations, bro. I know you've been through a lot today. And I need to remember that as much as I'm stressed, I bet you are. I don't even know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. You have to be a complete sociopath, I think, to be a manager. You need to have your feelings. Your nerves need to be somewhere so distant that your mind can't connect to it, because I couldn't do it. I can't do it. I can't watch it. So we've got 8 more games to go, guys. So what do you think is going to happen in the next few games? Let me tell you who we are playing next in the Premier League. We've got Everton on Saturday. Is it Saturday? What? No. Well, actually, we've got cup games this weekend, but it's next Saturday we've got to get Everton. So right now, we've got Mansfield on the 7th on Saturday, midday, 12:15 my time. Great time. And then we've got Europe. We've got Champions League with Bayer Leverkusen on the 11th. Our next Premier League game is on the 14th of March, and it's going to be at home to Everton. This is the game that I've been most threatened about. We do pretty well against Everton, but it's our most challenging game. These guys can do can get a draw out of us, but we shouldn't worry too much about it for now. We've got 2 games in the middle where we can play our less picked players or the second string, and then we've got Europe as well, where we can probably put in the Miles Lewis Skelly. So our core midfield should be able to get a decent rest, which is what we need. Let me give you also the next Premier League games, 2 games that Manchester City will be playing, just so that we've got a good idea. Well, and on Saturday, they'll be playing Newcastle again. They'll be playing Newcastle in the FA Cup. Then they've got Real Madrid. They've got Real Madrid on the 11th of March. Then they've got West Ham away, which is going to be crazy, 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 crazy. Come on, West Ham. I believe in you and I trust in you. If you do this job, we are going to be absolutely big West Ham fans. But otherwise, we've got time to think about it. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I need to go get some rest. Because your girl has won and she's got 3 points and I can breathe again. Whew. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.